Minasan, konnichiwa. Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video. Let's run down some of the things I did during the week. Starting off, as always, I did Migaku every day, but I didn't mind any videos this week. This is something I think I'm going to have to set a quote on going forward, as I'd like to mine maybe 10 to 15 words each day. This will allow me to build a good backlog and allow me to build natural language. This week I did 3 days of writing kanji, 26 each day for a total of 78 done this week. I'm working from the book Remember This Kanji, Dictionary for Foreigners Learning Japanese, 2500. I got the book from Amazon. I'm working through chapter 1, which is commonly used kanji you should remember. The chapter consists of around 364 individual kanji. These are things such as the days, months, time, and so on. It's a good base I found. I'm not sure I'm using it to fully learn kanji, more so using it to learn writing and recognition. To an extent, I understand as I type this, that does sound like learning, but more so learning the stroke orders themselves. I'm hoping to start writing a journal, as writing is a super effective way to learn. So by practicing writing kanji now and some of them sticking in my mind, I'm sure it'll help in the coming weeks when I try to journal, which will hopefully not completely go up in flames, but we'll see. I'm going to use the dictionary for quick lookups, but I'm trying to not use it, if that makes sense. Like, I'm going to have it beside me when I'm writing, but I'm going to try avoid using it as much as possible. The aim would be to do a page a day, which I know is like setting a massive amount of writing, but that would be the aim. It's not a set goal. It's a like, I would like 1 page a day, but if I don't, I don't. But I definitely want to write something every day, whether it be 1 line, a couple words, a paragraph, just something to get used to writing. And I know it might sound kind of obsolete because, you know, we have computers and stuff and we can just type, but I do think writing for learning is so important, and it's a somewhat easy method as such, in regards to, if you're like me and you enjoy writing, which I do enjoy writing, then it helps a lot because you can do something you enjoy while learning a language. So we'll see how that goes. Reading, right? Yeah, reading is fun. My reading has again taken a back foot, but more so it's me just being lazy. It's something I really need to start focusing on, because I can feel the difference in the days between a day when I read and then the next day reading again. I'm like, oh, okay, this makes more sense. My flow is better. But obviously I didn't do any reading this week, which is not ideal. But I think by being able to combine both reading and writing, when I start reading again, which I need to really sit down and just do some reading each day, I think I'll be able to advance and build a stronger connection between understanding sentences, because I'm mixing reading and writing. I'm not expecting like major gains, like, you know, oh, I read for a month, so now I can just pick up a novel and just read. It's like, no. But I do think the combination of reading and writing will cause a somewhat exponential growth to language abilities. I'd like to talk about anime and YouTube now. Let's start with anime. And my big thing here is I just watch too much for comfort, and I'm using English subs, and it needs to change. There are a few series I want to watch and I will use English subs for, such as like new One Piece episodes, because they're series I really want to keep up with, right? And there's some other series that I want to watch, like Serial Experiments Lane, that I know I'm going to need English to understand what's going on properly. But for a majority of others, I think I just need to start watching them in Japanese, whether it be with Japanese subs or no subs at all, because otherwise, well, not that I'm going to fall behind, but like, it's just, I'm wasting time as such. So I think one of the first things I'm going to do is watch Sword Art Online. And I was watching Tagi-san, but yeah, my Netflix account kind of fell apart, and I haven't like set up a new one yet. So I'm just gonna watch like Sword Art Online, maybe on Crunchyroll, or maybe find another slice of life, because like my listening is the best between reading, speaking, listening, and writing. My listening is by far the best. So slice of life anime is somewhat easy to understand. Not that like I understand it word for word, but in a sense that like with the visuals and the talking, I can be like, oh, okay, I get the gist of what's going on. So I just need to make myself watch it rather than putting it off, because I like slice of life animes. So just need to focus on it a bit more. When it comes to YouTube, it's a bit better. I won't lie. It's not 100%, but it's better. I used to always fall asleep listening to YouTube videos, so I've replaced watching English YouTube videos when I go to bed with Japanese ones. So I'm falling asleep listening to Japanese. Took a while to adapt to it, but you know, I'm quite there now. But during the day, I find I often like switch back to my English account and watch videos in English of like just normal things that I used to always watch, like breakdowns of different shows, or like, you know, like video docs and like history and stuff. So I need to change that somewhat, and you know, need to just do a week of like, you know, if I want to watch something on YouTube, it's got to be in Japanese, and just not use English YouTube at all, and really just like force myself almost without forcing myself, because if I force myself, then I don't want to do it really, you know. For videos I watch, if anyone wants any recommendations, just honestly find stuff you like in your native language and try to look for the same in your target language. Japanese YouTube can be somewhat hard to find videos, because a lot of videos have like a weird like automated voice on it, and it's just not nice. But once you find a few, just like subscribe to them, and then you know they're always there, or make a playlist of videos you like, and you know you can watch it and then come back a couple weeks later and then watch it again. And it works for any language like that you're trying to study. Just find stuff in the target language that you want to learn, and make sure it's stuff that you would normally watch in your native language. So, you know, even if you don't understand 100%, you're still comfortable watching it. For me, I tend to watch book reviews, Minecraft videos, and Pokemon, because these are things I enjoy watching. For book reviews, I didn't really watch them a lot in English, but in Japanese I find there's something enjoyable about watching them. So I was like, yeah, I'll watch book reviews. Minecraft, like a lot of people, I'm guessing it's one of those things where like you go through a phase where you're like really into Minecraft and then not really into Minecraft. And yeah, that phase has gone on and off for the last like 5 or 6 years for me. So I just still watch it sometimes. And then Pokemon, I've always liked Pokemon, and I still like Pokemon now. So it just makes sense to watch Pokemon. The last thing I'd like to talk to this week is actually about ChatGPT. So I've only done it about twice now, but I want to try and make it a daily thing, and it's doing grammar lessons with ChatGPT. I find my grammar points are not super good in regards to knowing when to use certain particles, or you know, just grammar in general. So what I've started doing is I get ChatGPT to give me a grammar point, and I ask it to explain to me about the grammar point, give me example sentences, and then I go through, read what it's saying, try and get the gist and understanding of it, and then I ask it to give me example questions. So it would give me 5 sentences. I would then write those sentences in a copy. I would then leave a good bit of space between each of them, and then I will write out what I think the sentence translates to. I'll do that for all 5, and then I will give my answers back to ChatGPT and ask it to correct me on whether I got it right or whether I got it wrong. So I got it to do points. So like each sentence is worth 1 point, and you know, I might get like 70% of a certain sentence right, so I get 0.7, and then by the end it will give me a score of those 5 example questions that I translated for that specific grammar point. And this actually helped a lot. 1, it's writing. 2, it's reading. And 3, it's, you know, something that it's like, it's not a massive thing. It's like I read, I understand the grammar point, I answer the questions, I get my feedback, and then I just update it. So I have my copy that has like the Japanese sentence, then the English sentence that I did, and then the like correct English sentence as such. Now, I don't know, is it 100% accurate? And it probably isn't, but I find it's a very enjoyable way for me to learn certain grammar points. So we'll see what it's like when I fill the copy, which will probably take, I would say, I think there's like 80 pages in my copybook, so that's 80 days of filling with grammar points. But yeah, that is... Oh, also actually, I'm gonna try refine the process a lot, and then I'll do a video on it. But I don't think it's at a point yet where I'm 100% happy with it. So once I can find a way to get it like, you know, with a set amount of rules and a certain way, then I'm going to do a video on that to explain that process. But anyways, that is all for this week. I'm hoping to start keeping more detailed notes each week, and I'm going to try a new video format, because I've just reused the same footage for the last like 14 videos, because I go for walks and I don't record footage then I'm like, oh, I have no footage. So next week I'm going to try every day, like when I'm doing something, record it, and at the end of each day take like really detailed notes, or even record the voiceover for that set day. So hopefully that will be next week's video, and it will be a more concise and a better version of the weekly updates. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. I would love it if you like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you all next Sunday.